our second batch of meat birds is in. It's time to go get them at the post office, and I'm going to show you how to make magic water today.
Well, the roosters are crowing, gotta rise and shine. Daylight's a burning, ain't got a lot of time. When the day is over and the work's all done, we'll sing and dance and have a little fun.
Okay, so to make magic water, I'm going to try my hardest to give you all some measurements here, but to start with, you need what I always use because we have so many birds. We get so many birds at a time. I always just make a half-gallon mason jar, just a clean half-gallon mason jar. And then because they're little, I always use the chick water to connect to it. I'm over my sink right here working because it's easier, because if I make a mess, it just goes down the drain. And I use the Bragg's raw apple cider vinegar. I don't guess you would have to. No, I'll scratch that. I think you should use the raw. This is just how I feel about it. I use the raw apple cider vinegar, and I just use regular minced garlic, the cheap stuff from Sam's, because we go through a lot of garlic. I wish I could grow enough of my own garlic and mince it all up, but I'm just not there yet. So this is what we have for now. Just minced garlic is what I use from Sam's, and this is local raw honey. This is from a guy in high school, which is like 45 minutes away from my house. So we bought this from our local feed store. They were selling it, and I use whatever local honey I can find. Just try to get something to give them a little boost, and so the apple cider vinegar isn't too sour in their water, and they'll drink it. I never measure this, but I'm gonna try my hardest to give you all the best measurements that I can. Like I said, I'm doing this in my sink because it's easier for me to not make a mess. I have a regular teaspoon here, like, you know, what you'd eat soup or ice cream with, you know, same thing there. So that's just a regular teaspoon. I'm going to dip 2 of these heaping teaspoonfuls, which I know that doesn't sound like a measurement, but y'all, it really is, like, for us Appalachian folk. So there's 2 of those, and I put those right in the jar. And I always do my garlic first. I think it mixes in better that way. And then I do my honey. So honey, what I generally do is I just squirt it in there and do whatever. But I'm going to try and measure this for y'all. So let's try and do I think I do like a 1/4 of a cup is what I would say. This is a 1/4 cup right here, you can see. And I'm pouring honey in here. So I think I'm right. I think what I use is like a 1/2 of a 1/4. So it'd be like an 1/8 a cup, but I don't have an 1/8 a cup measuring cup. So I'm just gonna scrape that in there now. And I want to try and put it all over the garlic if I can, because I feel like it mixes in better that way. So as you can see, I just put it on the garlic as much as possible. Now for the apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use that same 1/4 cup, and honestly I think it's about the same, about an 1/8 a cup of apple cider vinegar also. Oops. About an 1/8 a cup there also. I think if you put much more than that, they probably wouldn't drink it very well. And then I add that to the magic water. You know what? That doesn't look quite right. So I'm going to put another splash. So I would say almost a 1/4 cup, honestly, of the apple cider vinegar. And I make this a little stronger when I first get chicks in. I make this a little bit stronger when I first get chicks in. So, you know, as it goes, I give them magic water for a couple weeks, but as it goes through the weeks, I usually end up weaning them off of it until they get to plain fresh water. So, about a week to 2 weeks. Sometimes it just depends on how busy I am, I guess. I don't know. And then, so I swirl. See this swirling? This helps mix the honey in with the apple cider vinegar and the garlic, so it will dissolve better. Now, not all of this will dissolve at all. Like, it's gonna be clumpy some and all that. So don't feel bad if it doesn't all dissolve. That's kind of why we, eyeball what we put in there. So it's just a little. Now we're gonna add the water. This is just running cold well water. I just have our well water running, and I'm going to swirl as I fill it up. And I just keep swirling all the way up because that helps it mix in also. And there you have it. The magic water is done. It looks, brownish, yellowish. There'll be little bits of garlic in the bottom, and sometimes you have to tilt it to make sure all the minced garlic gets through the little hole there because it's not very big. But it comes out, and they eat the garlic, and it's great for them. It's healthy. And there's honey on the top still. You can see it didn't all mix in, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal. But that's magic water, y'all. And it is great for your chickens, great natural supplement for their diet to help their immune system. And I'm gonna go get my chicks now and give them some magic water. Y'all have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.